Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh Ball, the voice for Swimming Pool Science. Today I am in Leadville, Colorado, helping co-announce the Stage of Cycling Leadville 100. But of course, the subject of the video today is pool closures and winterizations, and we're headed to Boulder to meet with the crew at Quality Pools to find out more. So let's go. Hey guys, well, we made it from Leadville to Boulder. I am here with Debbie Gill from Quality Pools and Spas. And Debbie, you've been in business for about 20 or so years now?
25 years.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about how you got started in the pool business.
Well, I got started, I worked for somebody before, and then when he closed down, I started my own business and bought a couple of customer lists and then signed a couple leases, and here you go.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
That's awesome. Now the pool business just a little bit different here than what we're used to in Arizona, where it's a little more year-round. You guys deal with pool closings and you have vinyl liner pools. You guys have a lot of indoor pools, a lot of above-ground hot tubs. Tell us a little bit about what it takes to be successful in the pool business here in Colorado.
So I believe you need to have a store that opens 7 days a week. Be well versed on what the weather's like. You can't do certain things when it's below 40 degrees. Things happen though below 40 degrees. Mm-hmm. Be ready to go in an emergency in the wintertime. You know, summertime, you know, everybody wants their pool opened in May. You know,
yeah.
Not April, not June, May. And everybody wants their pool. They start closing as soon as school starts, and they close pools down till November, December.
Wow, okay, that's very interesting.
Some people keep their pools open.
Yeah, and that's something I want to talk about, because down in Phoenix, Arizona, I mean, closing a pool, no one, you know, what's that? That's not something we ever deal with, and many pool guys, it's just not something that's in their wheelhouse or they know anything about. And so, you know, I'm here because I want to learn more about that. Can you kind of take us through the process of why we close pools and what we do and what we need to watch out for?
So, I mean, there's different applications, because obviously you're not going to close a vinyl liner pool the same as you do a fiberglass pool and a concrete pool. But it's all basically the same. Mm-hmm. You want to get all the water out of all the lines, just like you do up here with your sprinkler system. So you blow out all the water from all the lines, mm-hmm. And a better pool company will chemically treat the water so that over the 6 months that the pool's laying dormant, you don't get a lot of algae. So if you properly close the pool in the spring, when you pull the cover off, the water will be crystal clear and it won't be full of algae.
Yeah. Now, you know, down in Phoenix, you know, that's when that wintertime comes, our water temperatures fall to between about 50, 55 degrees. And, you know, that's kind of smooth sailing for us pool guys, because we just go and maybe gets half a gallon of sodium hypochlorite once a week, and that's enough to kind of cruise by. But what are you gonna treat a pool with so that it's good for that long duration over those winter months?
So that's a good question. So normally what we do is, if it's a normal sized pool, we'll get a bucket of 25-pound tabs. What mm-hmm. the pool guys usually do is drill a hole in it, throw the empty buckets of the swimming pool antifreeze, which is food grade antifreeze, that they put down each skimmer, one antifreeze for each skimmer. Mm-hmm. They float those. You can get the little floaters, but usually with they're quick. So your guys are quick. They're going to drill the hole, throw it in there.
Yeah.
They've already poured the antifreeze down the skimmer. They've blown out the lines. They throw that in there. They've made sure that there's enough chlorine in there too. They may add some cal hypo. A one stain and scale. There's different brands that people like. One 32-ounce stain and scale, or even 64, depending on the size of the pool. And one algicide, 25-pound pucks. Close it down.
You're good to go.
Good to go. Now, let's just say we have a warm spring. Mm-hmm. March is getting warm. A lot of times I'll recommend the customer pull the cover back, see if it's starting to turn green, maybe add some more chlorine. Yeah,
catch it early, because like I tell people this all the time, that that a pool's like credit card debt, right? The longer you ignore it, the worse it gets and the more expensive it is for you. So yes. That's a great point. Now take us through some of or actually I want to back up. Now you mentioned that you blow all the lines out, but what about like a main drain line? Because that's not something, that's well below water level.
You can still blow that.
Okay.
Depending on the valves, you blow it out, they blow it out, and if there's valves, they blow it out and then shut it to kind of airlock it.
Okay.
And then, so it's blown out. Like you see the bubbles come out of the bottom of the pool, and then they airlock it.
Okay. Wow, okay, that's very cool. Something we learned about hydraulics today. Now, you mentioned in blowing out the lines, you mentioned earlier that you're still adding antifreeze. Now, why, if the lines are blown out, are we still adding a little bit of food grade antifreeze?
Well, so what if, from the liability standpoint, what if there's some still in there? So that's a protectant.
Yeah, and insurance.
Also, what if you have a really wet winter and your water level goes up and your plugs, it's just a $5 plug.
Sure.
$3 to some people, but $5.
Yeah.
What if that plug fails? You've got a lot of what ifs. It's just an extra layer of protection.
Yeah, okay.
Like some people, when they winterize spas, don't use antifreeze because they say, oh, the cover's on it, but you know, but what if the cover blew off?
Yeah.
So it's just an extra layer of
Yeah,
protection.
yeah, and these
And
are
it's food grade antifreeze.
Yeah,
It's not going to hurt anything.
and that was something else I was wondering, because I was reading. I'm on a few pool professional groups on Facebook, and somebody was bringing up winterization, and he's like, where do I get a 55-gallon drum of antifreeze? And I'm thinking, like, car antifreeze, or like, how does that work? But food grade antifreeze, that kind of answers the question from a health standpoint.
Correct. I mean, RVs use that when the RVs is setting up in the wintertime for your snowbirds.
Yeah.
They use the same thing.
Okay,
Food grade antifreeze.
so take us through the differences between a plaster pebble, a fiberglass, and a vinyl liner pools. What are some of the things you do differently for winterization?
So with a plaster finish pool, you can lower the water level below the light. Here, as long as there's some water and it's going to stay in the ground. But with a fiberglass pool, you don't know the water table. You don't want it to pop out of the ground. So you can't lower the water as low. So when you're winterizing it and you're putting the plugs in the returns, somebody's going to get their hands wet.
Yeah.
So you have to plug the return. You blow it out and then plug it, and then it goes kind of in tandem. How it's plumbed. A lot of times you don't know how it's plumbed. You'll find out when you're blowing it out.
You're watching for the bubbles.
Because it'll go around. Vinyl liner pools, you'll drain it down because there's usually one port in, one port out. Then you put a cover over it, and it's got like a cinch on it. And then you can remove the equipment with the vinyl liner pools most of the time and put them in the garage.
Yeah. Okay. So that goes back to kind of something that just I thought of, that, but we have very few above ground vinyl liner pools. How is is it better to just completely disassemble an above ground vinyl liner pool, or is there a way to winterize that?
There is a way to winterize it. You can just, like I said, still lower the water level below the thing, and they have these special covers that go over. It's almost like, I tell people, it's like putting a, let's say you have a cup of soda and you want to put it in the refrigerator, put the saran wrap with a rubber band around it. That's kind of like what the covers for the above ground pools look like, and you just cinch it. You can still put your chemicals in there. And winter, that way you don't have to disassemble the whole thing. Some people do, the smaller ones, but if there's a huge one, why disassemble it when the water will be fine? If you've chemically treated it good enough, the water will be just fine.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's some really great information. Now, Debbie, before we go, I want to let people out there know how they get a hold of you, what your service area is, because you guys clearly run a tight ship over here and you guys know what you're doing. So how do people get a hold of you here in the Denver Boulder area?
So our phone number is 303-786-9700, or you can reach us. Our website is qualitypoolsboulder.com. My email is another way, is qualitypoolsone@qwestoffice.net. Or you can reach me on my cell phone, 303-875-5395.
Yep, and if you didn't quite catch that, don't worry, we'll get all that information down in the description. Debbie, I want to thank you so much. It's been really cool getting to see your shop and hear your history. And guys, if you're in the Boulder, Denver area, give Debbie and the crew at Quality Pools and Spas a call.
We're open 7 days a week.
Yep, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Yes, we did it in one take.
Hey, I'm pretty good.
We're just bad at slapping five and shaking hands.
I know.